I'm Aisha.
I'm Ty.
I'm Tansy.
And I'm Alexis.
And welcome to Ladies Night.
We're back.
Hey, y'all.
Hey. What's going
on?
Everything.
We sound like old ladies. What's going on?
What's going on? What you been?
What's the tea?
Okay, so since you said with the tea, go ahead. Let's get us started, Ty.
Tea, baby. In a relationship, what's harder? Starting over, letting go, or moving on?
Let go.
I agree.
Let go for me too.
Let go. Because it be the moments when you just so lonely and you start thinking about all the nights that you had with your person or in the house.
And all the memories.
Yes, it just
all the laughs.
Yeah, I think letting go, and I think for me, it's more so starting over. Like you got to get comfortable with, somebody else, not just somebody else, because we all have kids. So we got to get comfortable with somebody else's family, and we have to, make sure that we're comfortable with that family around our child. So I think for me, that's the biggest part. I mean, because moving on is typically easy. I mean, like we can get another nigga. So moving on is even before you let go, you can, even before you like emotionally let go, you can still get another. But the thing is,
right, but you can't
really ready?
You can't start over before you let go.
Right, you can't, because you still wanna, yeah. So yeah, starting over and letting go for me. I think starting over would be my biggest thing. Like that would be what hurt me the most. Starting over, and then letting go. Because I probably could let go if I wanted to start over. Like if I wanted to start over, then it wouldn't be so hard to let go.
No, sis, your mind will tell you that you want to start over, but your heart ain't let go.
I did yet. And then it goes the history, how many years you've been together, all of that, so that all of that stuff played a toll with letting go. It's hard. I know.
And that's why it's a lot of situations that sometimes fail, because even people try to move to the next things, which is starting over and all of that, before they even can let go. They don't completely let whatever happen and then move forward. So I think that creates a lot of problems in something new.
Mm-hmm. And then you find yourself moving on but haven't let go, and then you constantly keep talking about your ex or reminding yourself of my ex used to do this and my ex did that.
You hear a song and you be over there like,
and then
then he be ready to leave, because it's like, you can talk about that unicorn.
No, for real.
Okay, so keep talking about him. So I mean, yeah, so it's basically your emotions. Like, are you emotionally ready to handle these things? Like you, like Lexa said, like your mind may be telling you, girl, you don't need him anyway, but your heart ain't gonna say that. Like
the heart keep it real every time, sis.
The heart is treacherous, okay?
Yeah.
Don't follow her.
So what would be a deal breaker? What would make you let go? Like what would make you decide, like, okay, enough is enough and I need to start over? Because it has to be a deal breaker there.
Do it.
I think it all goes with you as a person, because some people, they can start over and move on the next day.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So like
for years to move on, so
right.
Like I
sometimes the scenarios can vary though, because it's some people who can be in a situation for long periods of time, and certain different situations play, and they don't let go for the first scenario. They don't let go for the second one. But by the time they get to the 35th one, they let go.
But
then there's some people who can be in situations and the first or second time they like. So I think it varies for each person, and I think each situation changes because
I'm asking not so much of the scenario. So maybe I'm asking my question wrong, but it's hassles on my wall. But more so of like, when do you like, not necessarily the event that's happened or what happened, but like when do your heart when do you detach from distance from the situation? It's like
you do not know. You can't. I don't think you can put a.
Because some people could be like, I knew at this point that I didn't love him no more, but like I couldn't imagine getting to that place. Like, you must have really had to do something like we must have been in this bad space for a long time for me to be like, you know what, I don't even care no more. Like,
but letting go doesn't necessarily mean you're not in love with the person either.
No, it don't. But you are becoming emotionally detached if you're no longer worried about that person.
Mm-hmm.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, but you gonna still love them. You just
I still love you, but I can't deal with you no more.
Distance. It's probably distance and inconsistencies.
Thank you. That part. It's a lot of inconsistencies. It's a lot of.
You better go off.
Toy plans, like it is because for instance, you're in a relationship and then he calls or texts you out the blue, let's just be friends. What you mean? No explanation, no nothing. Then a couple of days later, you want to be back together. Then 2 months down the line, let's be friends again.
Yeah.
What do you think I am? You're not about to keep putting me on the shelf and then you want to swim at your toy.
Yeah, that's what you can't. You can't do that. That's childish.
Because he's a unicorn, okay? Unicorn. A sucker.
Hey, that's what I would have said.
But see, those are that's definitely a characteristic of a unicorn. Somebody who that means you don't know what you want.
With this unicorn,
you don't know what you want, and then you interrupting somebody else's whole peaceful life, and you don't know what you want. You battling your own stuff. That part, but we're not going to say. We're going to say unicorns.
So if you in a relationship and if these things are occurring and you know that it's like some demons that they're not necessarily demons, but something that they're battling from their past,
baby unicorn,
and you've been helping them so long, is that what makes you come emotionally detached, or like are you do you still be emotionally detached, but like, you know what, I just can't deal with this no more, I cannot take on that?
I don't think you become emotionally detached. You just get tired of trying to help somebody that don't want to help themselves.
Yeah,
or don't want to be helped, basically.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you just get tired
of putting forth more effort than the actual person. Like, no.
Yeah.
And it only takes it's I mean, every time frame may vary, but with any woman, like, after a while, if they don't feel like they are getting the same effort, then you automatically put your guards up and you back. And so I mean, that's just what it is.
Agreed.
So I had a question. Dang. So when it comes to letting go, though, is that something that is should a mutual conversation be had? Is that something that you do on your own? Do you address it? Do you how do you handle that?
I think a mutual I mean, if we're both adults, then yes, a mutual conversation should be had.
Yeah. I don't really feel like people should be out here just letting go, and then the other person don't really know.
You should be just letting go.
They letting go through text messages, okay? They don't even give you the
That's
That's childish.
That is
that's the unicorn in them.
Yeah.
All the colors coming out, okay?
No, because you can't do that.
That's so childish. But that would hurt me that would really hurt.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably. I mean, now we were talking about the deal breakers. Yeah, I was about to say we talking about deal breakers. You have to be. It's ways of handling things mature and as adults. Because first of all, let's think about it. If we talking about a unicorn now, that means they are already inconsistent. Right. So you know that tonight you may want to be a friend, but tomorrow you might want to be in a relationship. So if you already know that, then when you quote unquote going through whatever you're going through and you think this the time where you need to be by yourself, it's a possibility that you're going to go back to that situation. Then you can't come with no lame ass text message looking like a high school kid. No, because at least if you can address it as an adult, I respect you more, and then if things change, we can go back down that path. But for you to send it to me as a text message, so the next time we have an argument, what you going to divorce me in a text message? Yeah, no, we're not doing it.
Twitter fingers ass.
Yeah, that's childish.
Come on.
That's a good
That's unicornish. Hurry, bro.
Got a new title for her book, The Texter. That's the new.
Oh yeah, this is a story.
Sure.
The Texter.
So if you are engaged and you come to this, or married for that matter, and you come to that point where enough is enough, are you giving the ring back?
No.
No.
What if they ask for the ring back?
Right. What
if you ask me for the ring back, don't ever think you're gonna be inconsistent with me ever again, because it's never gonna get that far.
Dang, son.
Because you just tried it when you asked me for something that you went down on your knees.
Give me something and take it back.
Okay.
But you freaking Indian giving a unicorn.
Hey, but a lot of guys do stuff like I know somebody personally who was dating someone that I know, and he bought her a ring, right, for her house. And when they split up, he took his ring.
Hold on, the ring doorbell?
He petty. He is so petty.
You ain't take. So we already know you gonna take the real one if you take the cameras.
Okay. I'm not giving back.
He took the doorbell,
Yes. He took the whole kit back, sis.
Unscrewed it off the outside of the door.
Girl, took the wires out.
That was too much.
No, we're not gonna do that. I feel like
he was a unicorn. He's still a unicorn.
If I ain't did nothing to you, okay, if I was a guilty person, or you know what I'm saying, if I went out here and I did something wild and crazy, and you come and ask me for the ring back, that's a different scenario. That was my fault. I did what I did. Yeah, I probably need to give it back because I wasn't serious about that commitment. But if I know I did nothing and you come asking because you going through whatever you going through, yeah, no.
Especially if it's not something that we can't go through together.
Yes.
It's like,
if you already gave me the ring, that means we should be able to go through everything.
We're supposed to be partners, teammates, Bonnie and Clyde through.
Because you got to figure that out. Because even after the ring, after the marriage, it's still gonna be situations where it's gonna get real rough. So it's like you can't be walking away.
So I guess you just thank them for them letting you know that they ain't about.
They not built
like that.
They ain't built for it. That's why they're a unicorn.
Thank them for your ring. Thank you, because yeah, that's pretty much.
What is keeping the ring gonna do?
Nothing.
I mean, it's not gonna do nothing, but still, you gave it to me.
It's not gonna do anything for keeping it, but the point is, you gave it to me, and you gonna ask for that. First of all, you got on one knee and you said all this bunch of BS, and then you asked for the ring back.
No, first of all, give me all them drawers I bought you, and all the jeans I bought you, and all the shoes I
all
bought
the meals
and all the food I cooked you, and all of that.
Hand it
over.
over.
Am I asking for that back? Am I asking for that back? Like, no. What about that $20 I gave you that day for to get some gas? Can I get that back? Like, no, you don't do that.
You just wasted my time, all my time, time I had to create. Okay.
I didn't think about all that. That should be able to stand up in court. What about when I gave you gas money? What about when I went to the grocery store? What about like that should be able to stand up in court?
Pay all the bills that month. What about that?
What about when I was taking care of your kids?
What about when the kids are involved?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you didn't just
that's some more immature stuff, especially when kids involved.
Because you didn't just make a commitment to me, you made a commitment as well. Unicorn, okay? A whole unicorn. I can't trust
at the end of the day, no grown man is walking away from no matter how the situation may play with adults, grown men will know how to handle those type of situations. It's ways of handling it. It's conversations that can be had with everybody, and you know what I'm saying. Just this is what's going on, you know. But just to walk away and then you just don't know. Oh, well,
I mean, that just goes to show that they think about. No. I don't think they really consider your feelings. Like they just thinking about themselves.
Considering giving this ring back, bruh.
That's why I love that song by what's his name? Life Jennings. She Got Kids. That's the real song right there. That's a real song because, you know, the song was basically from a man's perspective of dealing with a female who got kids. And when it's time to leave and walk away, like, what about the kids? You know what I'm saying? So it actually made you see that some men out here really think about, you know, the children involved in the situation. I love that song.
And then there's some unicorn niggas that don't even think about the kids.
I can't with this unicorn.
We letting it rip with the unicorn. Unicorny.
Where they just this stand up guy. No, you not. The mask came off. We see you.
Oh,
unicorns are good at disguising though. You know, they the ones that act like they be the ones that always acting like they take care of their kids. They be the ones who always inconsistent. The ones who ask for rings back. It's just so many. It's
the shade that is being thrown on this podcast tonight is
the umbrella is real
ridiculous. I'm telling y'all, the shade tonight is
it's like a lot of, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. And if you can't be on both sides, either you the stand-up guy or you the unicorn. And we calling it for what it is. That's what we're doing tonight.
I'm not taking up for unicorns, but at the end of the day, people make mistakes, you know. And again, you can, like we all in a relationship, and sometimes people really do put their feelings before yours. So if you are willing to accept that, and they come back and apologize, then you already know them for who they are. And I'm sure there were flags before this happened. So, you know, like people make mistakes, and
some people can come back from being a unicorn. Some can. But then those are the ones who learn from that. You got to be able to learn and grow from it. But you can't come back and keep repeating the same thing, because then you're not coming back from being a unicorn. You're still a unicorn ass nigga.
But if
she trying so hard.
I'm just saying, because like you could tell somebody something a million times, if they don't want to change that about them, then they're not going to change it.
Yeah, and that's why they're not the person for you. If you can't accept it, if you can't accept what
right, but that's what I'm saying. At the end of the day, if that person said in a text message, "We're not going to be together anymore," then it's not you. It's not me not accepting it.
No.
You see what I'm saying? So that doesn't necessarily mean that. I mean, because at the end of the day, I'm just putting myself in those shoes. So if I'm accepting this behavior and you're telling me that we can't be together because of whatever the reason, even though I'm trying to work it out with you because of your past, and I continue to tell you these things and you continue to hurt my feelings, but I'm still continuing to accept that because I love you just that much, then again, people make mistakes. So if that person come back and say, "Hey, I realized I was doing," because eventually.
But how many times you go keep coming back saying, "I realized I was the one"? How many times do you get that?
But that's when you know that you done, like you had enough, because you could keep forgiving that person, but it's gonna be that one time when they come back and say, "Hey, sorry, I didn't mean." Like, no, I can't.
Nope.
That's when you know that
leave calmly, you're not coming back.
Yeah.
When I don't put up a fight for you, when I'm not constantly calling, texting, checking, I'm not coming back. I'm done. I'm done.
But that's the part that hurt the most. It's like I did all this fighting and now
nothing.
Yeah. That dude, I think that's what triggers us women the most, because we always think about how we vision it to be, you know what I'm saying? We had plans, we had, you know what I'm saying, like things like that. And I don't think the men be thinking that far yet. They don't get to that point yet. If they get to that point, like once you already done been done, you've been done 6 months ago, and then they finally get it.
You a day late and $1 short. No.
Make me think about Insecure. The very end.
What you say, Sam? Here we go.
Insecure.
I haven't watched
episode 1, like season 1, I think. When
yes. Okay, yes. Season 1 was nobody watched Insecure?
I don't watch Insecure.
Oh, come on, y'all. Okay, we can't talk about it, time. Y'all need to, that's y'all homework. Go watch Insecure.
What is it on?
Where did it come on?
Is it on Netflix? It came on HBO.
Yeah, it came on HBO. I watch it on the Fast Stick.
I got HBO too. I know.
Girl, you got yeah.
What season is it on? It's probably on season 8.
We on like season 4, I think.
Season 5.
But it's really good. It's definitely ladies' night discussions. Like, it's really good. So season 1 basically is about a couple who, they live together, and he was going through hard times. And she was just feeling disconnected. Like, I'm going out here every day. I'm going to work, blah, 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 blah. And he was so focused on, I need to get a job. But, the show just kind of shows it from her perspective looking at him and his perspective as a man and his pride getting in the way. And things kind of like happen. So it's really good. It's really good. It touches on, I love this show because it touches on relationship. It touches on friendships. Like, it touches on entrepreneurship. Like, I love the show.
I'm gonna have to watch. We're gonna try to get caught up.
Please. By the time we podcast again, you should be on season 4. Sorry.
Season 4?
I watched the whole season and a half last night.
I'm not gonna be on when y'all podcast again because I'm gonna be out of town.
Oh yeah. When you leave?
Well, maybe we can get a unicorn as a guest.
Saturday.
We put posting out any unicorns.
And y'all
But, like,
do that, yeah.
But it will really be somebody who will be like, that's me. Because there's some men out here who will honestly claim on up to their BS. It is. I got a few men on my timeline that be like, oh yeah, I'm anything, I'm nothing. You know, like.
I don't even want to talk to nobody like that though.
Girl,
Right.
but females flock to some of that.
No, I mean like to even interview that person. I feel like we would clash. Like we would be up here arguing, like what the like
What?
why do you even think like that? Right, like
who raised you?
Who
other
raised you,
unicorns?
son?
Clearly.
A house full of generation full of unicorns. It's past that.
It's a unicorn ranch they go to when they hit a certain.
You crazy.
Train them up.
And when they grow, they shall not depart. Cause they still out here.
They're still unicorns.
Unis when they babies and they unicorns when they
Hey.
the unibaby and the unicorn.
We done went through everything so fast today. We talked about moving on, letting go, starting over, giving the ring back. I would give the ring back.
You
Shout out
lying.
to you, sis, because I
She
ain't
lying.
on the ring.
What I'm gonna do with it?
With
If you
Yeah,
ain't
I would cry, definitely.
No,
Definitely
you might.
cry.
You would. I change my mind. You would. You'd be like, I'm just gonna give it back, and I'm gonna be like, what?
Yeah, I mean, what I'm gonna keep it for? To remind me of you? Like I don't want it.
I'm keeping it because you gave it to me.
Nah, whole time the ones that don't ask for the ring back, that's the ones you be like, take your ring.
Uh-huh.
but because you asked, I'm giving it.
You can have it because I don't want you on this ring.
But you want this funky ass ring, girl. Yeah, I would definitely give it back though, cause it's like, it's just gonna remind me of what we had, and I don't need that. I need to let go.
I'm going to the pawn shop.
I need to let go.
That part. Okay.
Get the money all of it.
Coins back for them jeans and shirts.
And is the money, you getting the money, is that gonna make you happy?
It's gonna feel a little better for that.
It's not for that little couple seconds before you spend it. Like
Make me happy giving it back.
It's gonna feel good even for a little while. You can't tell me.
Like that I was able to be petty and he didn't even know it.
One day, girl, on a rainy day, you gonna need that money.
and then he gonna take you to court, and then you don't have a ring to give, and then what? Then you gotta give the money.
If he ain't taking me to court by then, it's over.
Sis, the way y'all are petty in this little group of pettiness, you taking that ring tomorrow. So talk about if he don't take me to court.
No, I'm not gonna take it tomorrow. I'm gonna cry for a good 6 months.
I will wait.
Yeah, I'll probably keep it for a little while, praying that he might change his mind and come back.
Yeah, he changed his mind. So at least I have my break. I can flaunt it again. Like I work for it.
Cause then it's gonna take him a long time to buy you another one. So you gonna have to go back to the pawn shop and hope it's there.
Back again.
Girl, what if we take it to the pawn shop and then y'all get back together? Then you like, let me run down there real quick.
And then bring me gone.
Let me go buy it back.
No, because don't they hold it for like 30 days? And
but
then
you gotta buy it back.
I don't know.
And then they should sell it higher than what they gave you, right?
Exactly. They gotta make a profit. Yeah.
Hey, can you let me hold some? I need to go get some real quick.
They're gonna expect you to have that ring on as soon as they come back. Put that on before you go to the store. And then what you gonna say?
Put your ring on.
No, you gotta cause look.
I put it at my mother house.
If you coming back, if he coming back, the ball gonna be in your court. So this is how you play it. Until you start being consistent, I ain't wearing that ring. And while the whole time you gonna be trying to get it back.
Exactly.
And then when you get it back this time, he be like, yes, I'm good now.
I ain't worried until I know that you was serious this time around.
Nah, that's too much.
planning a wedding and you're not serious.
It's up in my closet. I ain't getting it though.
And I told my mother to hold it. So she know that you serious and I can go get
because you gonna have to go ask her this time.
Okay? And they ain't asking moms, okay? Nah, not at all.
Yeah, cause shoot, your mother know. Your mom definitely know. Your mother know.
You be hating it though, boy, when they get down to.
Cause
went to your mom to set up everything. You don't want to go there and be like, can you give her the ring back for me? You don't want to do that. That's embarrassing. That's very embarrassing.
I think the unicorn is gonna fly back magically. Watch.
He can keep his magical ass where he is, okay?
So, are we talking about a lot of unicorns? Or are we talking about?
I'm talking about a lot of unicorns. I think eventually the unicorns come back.
They keep a magical ass where they at, okay?
where they belong.
But
you gonna put me through them sleepless nights.
No.
Get all my sleep.
No.
Oh no, I get sleep. I just cry myself to it.
It was a joke.
That's when you know that you're done, when there is no tears.
I'm saying this now, y'all, and I'd be the one sneaking back to my unicorn.
That unicorn work first.
No point.
Let's see that your friend's gonna call. You gonna be like, I called him back.
Mm-hmm.
I'm busy.
Yeah. With the unicorn.
Unicorn back, didn't you?
Busy getting sprinkled
yeah,
on.
She said busy getting sprinkled on.
You done took your unicorn back before, so I'm like, everybody had it.
All have took our unicorns.
Oh, I know for sure.
I never messed with a unicorn.
Hello, you was a lie.
She lied.
Slam doors and this is a unicorn, y'all. Let me tell you, this is a unicorn. This is a unicorn growing up when he sent his friends to come talk to you at the movies to see if you're going to talk to and stand over to the side to see what you going to do. Tell me that.
Then try to run you over with a minivan.
Tell me that's not no unicorns.
Yeah, okay, I didn't mess with a unicorn.
That's insecure. You will see your friends up there, you over there watching to see what she going to do. That's unicorn. Sis.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, in my present, I haven't talked to the unicorn.
Duh, clearly.
That was in the past.
Clearly. That's why I said everybody that had one and took. Because I
forgot about that. I almost lost my life trying to run me over with a minivan. Like, I forgot about that. My mother came flying up there too.
I didn't curse at her. And he called her.
Yeah, he called me out my name, little unicorn.
See?
What was unicorn?
See?
Call
me out of my name.
Them unicorns, boy, when it's time for that breakup, they get mad. The unicorn.
No, it ain't even a breakup. It's when they realize you really done. That's when it's good right now. It's cool. Until you try to ease your way back in and that door be closed.
Yeah.
All them nights that door been cracked open, and this night that door closed solid with the chain on it.
With the
door is closed.
With the chain on it.
You know when you open it with the chain, you gotta
peep in.
And I'ma look at you from the ring you bought me.
That you tried to take back.
The doorbell.
Talk through this ring.
But yeah, no.
Petty, so petty.
Yeah.
Oh
I mean, I've been there, so like, I mean, yeah.
I've been there too.
It be like that. But you live and you learn, sis, and you grow and you
live, you grow, you know that you don't want no more unicorns.
Live, learn, grow, and glow.
Yeah.
That's like the ones that's real, like,
oh, okay.
That's not unicornish.
Yeah, I need a whole horse, not a unicorn.
What?
A stallion.
I see a man about a horse.
You sound like somebody old soul now.
When I was growing up, I would hear people say that. And
I never knew what it was. Yes. That's why I said you sound like an old soul. They be like,
I used to be thinking like, he really got a horse.
He got a help. I used to think that too. Yeah. My aunt used to say it all the time. Yeah, I'm going to see this man about a horse. Oh, I want to ride the horse.
No.
Not that
you don't want to ride?
Not that horse.
Not that one, baby.
Old ladies used to say that all the time.
Yes, honey.
Yeah, never knew.
Yeah, that can't.
That's funny.
We ain't doing. It's 2020. We in a devastating time. It's a pandemic, and we ain't doing no unicorns.
Yeah,
and we calling them out. We calling them out. We calling them out from here on out. If somebody do some unicorn stuff, you getting called out.
Absolutely.
The 2020.
We calling them out.
Yep, I'm posting on my Facebook, y'all.
Yeah,
any females that ever had a unicorn situation, let me know. We calling out the unicorns.
We tagging them.
Sis, we can't tag them. Sis.
Yeah, we can tag them.
Yes.
No, all we gotta do is post it in the stories because they story watching.
Let me tell you, like clockwork, okay?
Period.
On it.
Them unicorns stay in the stories.
Stay on them. Can't breathe. So
he should really be taking that. Let me tell y'all, when she be trying to like re-evaluate situations and make them sound good, because she like pro men. She be on their side all the time.
Not all the time. I don't be on, especially when I'm hurt. I'm not on their side.
That's the only time.
I do really try to see. I try to see both sides of the situation.
Well, interview a unicorn.
Well, it kind of just depends on the unicorn because.
True.
Clearly.
Interview a few unicorns.
But that's messed up.
Because sometimes they may portray some unicorn characteristics, but they're really not a unicorn. And then there's some people that are actually unicorn. So, like, I see what you're saying. So, if somebody may be venting to you and to them, it may seem like they're portraying unicorn characteristics. So, you can stand on that a little different and talk a certain kind of way because you know deep down inside that person is not a unicorn.
Right, exactly.
But they did.
Like I am now about this particular unicorn. I don't think that they are unicorn. Yeah. I think they're really battling some issues that they don't know how to deal with. And no matter if me as a woman trying to help them along the way, if they've never had that type of love before, maybe they don't know how to accept it or how to receive it. So I know enough is enough, but like
right,
I really
and
don't
they
think
can
that
come
person's
back,
a unicorn.
but they gotta come back in the most remarkable way.
Right.
Yeah. But that's not saying that they are really like that. Like maybe they gained that title now because I'm really hurting at the moment. But I really don't think that person is a unicorn.
Right, but I told you that people can come back. They can come back out the unicorn state of mind.
They got to do a 360. But even when they come back, that does not guarantee that they are going to be completely.
No, not completely. But you can tell. You can spot a change from a mile away. It don't always. No, it's not going to say that everything will be a walk in the park. But it's small things that you can see change to let you know that someone is growing. It's not always gonna be dead on. But as time passes, I should be able to see.
I really feel like in this particular situation that we're talking about, I really think
we're talking about a lot of situations.
Yeah, but I just really we're talking about a lot of situations, but I think God works in mysterious ways, and I think everything happens for a reason. And like it could have been to a point where, you know, there could have been progress being made, you know, like living together and, you know, a whole bunch of different things could have happened, but maybe, you know, this needed to be sought out before moving forward. And this doesn't necessarily mean that this is the forever or the standstill. This is just, we need to work on this before we continue to move forward. Because had he not did that, not saying that he did the right thing, but you know, that could have been God shielding her and her feelings, because had she continued to accept it, she would have moved forward. And maybe they just need this space right here so that they can fix whatever it needs to be fixed before moving forward.
All of that is understandable, and I can agree with it. But the only thing is, just say that we grown. Just say that I'm battling something, and
but maybe that's the small unicorn portion of the blood that's not allowing that. Like everybody, like you said, everybody communication is different.
Sure.
Like there was a point in time when me and Jerome had to text because I was always up here and Jerome, he doesn't accept that. So to get my point across, I would have to text him or wait till I'm not upset anymore so that I can talk to him on a different level where he can actually receive what I'm saying. And you know,
and that's cool too. So text how you feel, but don't text. We can be friends.
But he texted, and y'all bashing him for that.
He didn't text, let's work it out. He texted, let's be friends, sis. There's a whole difference. You didn't text, maybe we should do counseling, or maybe we should do this. You text, let's be friends, for the third fucking time. There is no coming back, and nobody is upset. We're just done. That's it. You don't no, fuck no.
So I didn't know it was 3 times.
Unicorn.
3 strikes, you out. I'm gonna put it in terms you understand. Okay. You're done after 3 strikes. Strikes you out? Okay.
I caught that.
You're done. There is no
3 strikes you out. You ain't get that?
That's it.
I'll get it. Oh, I get it.
No more after that.
Okay, I get it.
You said it the first time.
You know stuff go over my head.
You said the first time.
That was a good
back with an apology, and then
she
got
bars.
Then you said it again. She take you back. The third time. No. Exactly. No.
One night we doing wilding out. One night we doing wilding out.
That was a good one. 3 strikes.
3 strikes you out.
I get it.
You can't keep.
I was like, no, I don't get it. What y'all talking about? Okay, I get it.
I'm not going to keep riding that roller coaster of inconsistencies. No, that's too much. Like, when is enough is enough? When? When do you get off the ride? When do you stop trying? When? When?
So the first and second time was through text too?
Yes. So
and how did y'all come back from that? Since
you want to apologize, and then she'd be like, "Oh, okay, let's work it out. Oh, well, you know, babe, I'm going through this. I'm dealing with that." Cool. I understand that, or I understood that. That's why it was okay the first 2 times. But you you got a whole pattern you got going here. Shit not going your way, or you don't like where you at in life. Oh, let's just cut everything off, call it quits. I don't need that type of partner. I don't need you as my teammate because you're not a team player. You one-sided. You got a whole lot of shit that you
gotta ride the bench with that one.
Oh man, all in the dugout. You get no none. Trade him off the team, sis. Sell him.
That is slid in for home.
I can't.
You out. The Empire say you're out of here.
Out of there. No, like enough is enough. No.
And because you slid in there and you out, it's time for me to go see a man about a horse.
Ding, 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 ding.
The stallion.
That is not with you tonight. No, like there is
The stallion.
no.
Y'all get on my nerves. Tonight, I just want everyone to know, tonight's episode has been brought to you guys by the little girl under the umbrella on the salt box because it's pure shade. I want y'all to know that. Shady. And I'm not a part of this.
I'm not a part of it either.
Came to talk.
I need y'all on my team. I don't need y'all on my team. I'm a part of it. Yes, I am. I'm the queen of the night.
This was supposed to be about all unicorns. We just threw it on out there.
Well, I kept asking, are we talking about one unicorn or a lot of unicorns?
I said all a lot.
Okay. Because I was talking about a lot too. I wasn't just talking about one specific. Because like I said, unicorns had different categories.
They come in different breeds.
Shapes, breeds, colors, origins.
Alexis, take us out.
This lady's like, what? It must be Lexi on the mic.
Hey.
Hey.